I realized last year that I love a holiday romance, and I'm super excited to talk to you about all of the ones that I read last year and the top ones that I recommend. I read 15 holiday romance novels last year because it is truly just a genre to me that hits every single time. I love all kinds, all the tropes, all the things, anything. I will eat it up. And I'm going to talk to you about my favorites from last year. Then I'm going to share my list of what I hope to read this year. But first, if this is your first time here, my name is Allison and I talk all things romance and romantasy here on this channel. I'm looking for people who love to talk books and want to connect, so make sure you're subscribed so we can keep talking books. I'm gonna go through the ones that stood out to me last year, tell you a little bit about them. Most of these are on Kindle Unlimited, and then you can add them to your TBR. The first one I want to talk about is I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone. This is the movie The Holiday in book form. We've got two women who switch houses, obviously one from the city, one from the country, and they both get their own love story. It's like honestly a 2-for-1, and it was so cute. I loved every second of it. Next, we've got this cute interconnected standalone series. The first one is called Can I Tell You Something, where Hannah goes to her family ski chalet that they go every winter to spend the holidays. Her brother brings his friend who happens to be her favorite spicy narrator, and she hears his voice and is like, what am I gonna do? I listen to him all the time. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Book 2 I thought was just literally so cute. This follows her brother Ryan, who is there and connected with his childhood best friend, where they grew up going to their ski town every single year. They don't see each other outside of, their week or two that they spend for Christmas. But this book is them kind of getting back together. It's got flashbacks from when they were kids, and oh my gosh, it was really, really cute. I did read Under the Mistletoe collection on Kindle Unlimited, which has authors like Tessa Bailey and Allie Hazelwood, some short stories. I don't remember much about them, but I do remember I enjoyed it. And if you just want some holiday short stories or a way to read some of these authors without committing to a full book, I do recommend this series. One of my favorites from last year is The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. This is a kind of murder mystery rom-com that if you have seen the movie Knives Out, this is what it would be if it was a holiday rom-com. We've got two rival writers that get invited to this estate, and they're sort of confused why they're there, but then they find out that it's owned by a very popular writer, and she disappears, and now they're working together to solve the mystery. It was so entertaining. I highly recommend. I read Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young, and I do like Hannah Bonham Young's writing, so if you've read any of her other books, I would recommend checking out Set the Record Straight. We've got two best friends who are there for the holidays. One's a photographer, one just got dumped by her fiance, and there's a little bit of a friends to lovers situation, and I thought it was pretty cute. Next is The Mistletoe Motel. Again, just another cute little quick read. We've got one gal who's a lawyer who's trying to get back to deal with some family drama, another gal trying to get home because her sister's having a baby, and what do you know? Their flight is canceled. And what do you know? There's only one motel room at the Mistletoe Motel, so you guys can just think about how that all works out. Another highlight from last year is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. I love all of her books, but this one really stood out to me. It is a second chance romance, which again can be a little controversial because this one specifically, some people don't like how the original breakup happened, but it does not bother me. I eat up a second chance romance every single time. They were together for a long time. One is a musician, and they both find themselves randomly spending the holidays with their friends, separate friends, but together for the holiday season in Colorado. There is so much tension and yearning, and I swear when we have a character in a book that is a musician, that tension just goes up a notch. I can't tell you why. I just know that that's true in my mind. And I cried, I loved it, I thought it was so good. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas was another one that was just so good. And it was my introduction to Megan Quinn. I've read so many of her books. She has a million, so not all of them, but I have read so many, and she rarely misses. They're funny and unserious, and this one follows two people celebrating the holidays, but like they're entering Christmas competitions like talent show and a cookie baking situation, and it was so funny and so good. I am also looking forward to reading the one that just came out by her called Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, but this one was so good. Then we had A Very Merry Mistake and A Very Merry Nanny. These were two books out last year. The third one is coming out here this month about the Jolly brothers. They live in a small Christmas town. Their last name is Jolly, and they own the Christmas tree farm. I mean, truly and honestly, who doesn't want a hot, spicy lumberjack Christmas? Because I loved these books. I thought they were funny, spicy, perfect, 10 out of 10. The last two that I recommend were probably my favorite, specifically the second book, but again, another interconnected standalone. I would read book one before you read book two, but these are by Kate Stewart, The Slight Before Christmas and The Plight Before Christmas. And I didn't realize last year when I started reading them that Kate Stewart was like a successful popular author. They were just recommended to me on Kindle Unlimited, and I loved them. Again, like I said before, I love a second chance romance. And the first one, you know, they're going to spend the week for Christmas at their like family cabin doing like an old school, no screens kind of holiday. And the first one, they reconnect after like 10 years, but the second one was so good. It is one of my favorite ways authors do second chance romances, where you have a married couple or a couple that's together. They spend the book kind of doing the work to get to where they want to be in their marriage. And I cried and I loved it. And these ones were honestly one of my favorites from last year. I could see myself rereading them at some point. I am a book rereader, so I could see myself doing that. I highly recommend both of these books. All of the ones I talked about are on Kindle Unlimited, except for Make the Season Bright and The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. Now that they've been out, they're probably more accessible at libraries, but you can, you know, I did physical books for both of these, but you could do Kindle version or audiobook. And I do have a holiday TBR list going for this year that I'm super excited about, so let me quickly go through those and tell you how I'm gonna find more. I could use your help though. If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments, and we can help each other find the best holiday books to read. First, I've got Holly Dates by Brittany Cherry, who is one of my favorite romance authors who nobody ever talks about. I'm super excited to read Holly Dates. Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, which is sort of like a Ghost of Christmas Past, like a paranormal holiday romance. And I know I love a paranormal, like regular romance, like Halloween style. So I'm really excited to read Good Spirits. Snowed In by Nevessa Allen. Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. Merry Little Christmas by Lauren Blakely. And The Holiday Brothers by Devney Perry. I don't know much about these because honestly, whatever situation these people find them in, I don't care. I don't care about the tropes. I literally don't care about the details because I know that I'm gonna love them. One way you can find more to add to yours is look up your favorite romance authors, look at their back catalog and see if they've written holiday romances. That's exactly how Brittany Cherry and Devney Perry ended up on my current TBR because I realized that they had these. And I already know I love their books. If you want to hear my updates of these real time, please connect with me on Instagram or TikTok. I love to share books. Leave me a comment below of what your holiday romance novels are, and I'm excited to see you next week.